Welcome to the Community Foundation's 2022 annual celebration. We want to thank you all very much for being here. It's a great turnout.
We're so happy and excited that you're here today to celebrate all the impact that you make possible with and in partnership with the Community Foundation. I'm so happy that we wanted to throw you all a picnic. Even with the weather, we can do a picnic inside. We're so happy and excited that you're here today to celebrate all the impact that you make possible with and in partnership with the Community Foundation. Perseverance is our theme for this gathering and for our reflection on last year. So as we begin, I'd like to invite Madeline Rosas up to the microphone to do a special land acknowledgement.
Feel your breath, feel your air, feel their presence, and allow it to ground you in their space, here in the Finger Lakes region. Today we inhabit the unceded land of the Gayokono, the indigenous people who this land was home to first. It is an honor to be able to speak on their land and recognize it as such, as my ancestry is of the Taino Indians, South America. I am Boricua. What does that mean? It means that my history too is filled with the same injustices that the indigenous people all around the world experience or continue to experience. That's why it's important to me, on behalf of the Community Foundation, to acknowledge the past wrongs that took place on this land to the Gayokono people. While we cannot change the past, we can rectify those mistakes by refusing to forget those injustices, by taking a stand to those occur presently, and in remembering that the Gayokono people are still here, living not only in our area, but in our community. May our efforts in remembering the past shape how we move forward today as individuals and as stewards of the land. Thank you.
We want to honor that presence, and this was an important site to the Native American community back then, and we do want to honor that in our efforts. And in the work that we do on interpreting the history of the park, we will be mentioning that in the new Wharton Studio Park Center. Friends of Stewart Park is honored to have the trust of the city and our community to make thoughtful and strategic improvements to this historic and very interesting place. The pandemic certainly reminded us of how important parks and trails are to our individual and collective well-being. We try to do our best to do no harm, which is really important, and to help create an inclusive and beautiful park for all to enjoy.
Perseverance is an attitude, it's a commitment, it's a decision, it's a recognition that as things change, our commitment to the work we do remains steadfast, and to how we do things might change. And we're very, very excited to partner with you to develop greater resources and skills and human resources and people and information and financial resources to serve this community. I want to invite up to the podium now Nancy DeCicci.
The Community Foundation established the Door Opener Society to recognize professional advisors, whose contributions to philanthropic estate planning have been significant, substantial, and longstanding. Last year's recipients are in your annual report: Mariette Geldenhuis and Anna Holberg. This year, yes, thank you. Life's most extraordinary accomplishments are very rarely ever achieved alone. Join me in a round of applause for our 2022 recipient, Julie Gorman. Her clients came to her wanting to address social justice, food security, youth empowerment, and education, environmental issues, and fostering connections across differences. In 1 year, her clients, now the Community Foundation donors, have done amazing things, helping 10 organizations and placing a total of $24,000 in local grants so far. I now offer Julie Gorman to come up and say a few words.
Perseverance is continuing to work towards a goal, even if there is a delay in getting to it. Can anyone think of any recent delays we've had? Or a difficulties in achieving it. A couple tips for persevering. Clarify your goal. By the way, my sons are here, so I'd like you to listen to this list. Clarify your goals. Base it on a purpose, needs, and abilities. Try new experiences. Never be afraid to try something new and different. Care for your mind, body, emotions, and spirits. What a wonderful way that you opened this annual meeting today and the acknowledgement of everything there. Finally, experience yourself living for your goal today. I continue to talk about the Community Foundation, appreciate everything that you do and all the different lives and organizations that you touch. So thank you.
Right, so like the team at the foundation, they are responsive, they are honest, they're not afraid to have tough conversations, they're not afraid to have constructive criticism, right, like which is important. I've been able to attend a few of the sessions that they've had. I don't know if you guys have been to the Let's Talk sessions and things like that. I've really respected and supported the efforts of the Community Foundation, not only in meeting the needs of the community, but being an organization that, you know, is so large, but can have, you know, meet the needs of grassroots organizations, I should say, right? And so that's been a highlight of my time with them. And I'm sure that as I continue, you know, in Ithaca for the time being, that I'll have more opportunities, not only to talk with you all, hopefully, because I don't really like public speaking, I like one-on-one time, I'll just put that out there, that I'll have more time to meet with community members, but also more time to make the Community Foundation better.
So we've come to a point of the program where we will be making a very special announcement right now, and I want to embed it in a couple of things that are shown in our annual report. We created, the board and the staff spent the last 18, 20 months or so looking at our strategic planning. And on page 1, the first page inside here, you can see our strategic plan goals. I just want to draw your attention to the first one. Our first goal, and it's prioritized as the first goal, to assess and improve organization practices and culture continuously through a diversity, equity, inclusion, and justice lens. We are all in, fully committed, persevering, knowing this work is challenging, hard, but ultimately rewarding. And it's connected to the work of a foundation and the idea that we are going to be dedicated to this forever, the same way the foundation will be around forever through this kind of work.
Today's theme is perseverance. To me, that means determined, resolute, moving forward despite difficulty, challenges, or delay. This has been the theme of my entire life. When I made that promise to my son 10 years ago, I knew there would be a day when we didn't have to worry anymore, and today is that day. In this role, I represent so many things: single parent raising a black boy, a black woman, a Caribbean person, a domestic violence survivor, someone managing anxiety and depression, someone on public service, and so many other things. I come with pain, hurt, and sorrow, but I also come with joy, hope, determination, and persistence. Who am I? advocate for the good of the community. I love my people and I value their human life and believe everyone deserves to live a life free of injustices. I look forward to working with so many of you, and I cannot put into words the excitement I have to start this new journey together with you, because this is not my new position, it's our new position, because I work for you.